Talked about it earlier, this development from the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office confirming that Border Patrol will be in the Charlotte area by this weekend. And this is a story that we've been following for the past couple of days since that news broke, since the reports came out, I should say. But Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office confirming that indeed Border Patrol will be here in the Charlotte area. WCNC Charlotte's Julie Kay tracking this story for us. This just came into our newsroom. What were you able to kind of take away from this letter that Sheriff McFadden sent out?
Well, this is the first official confirmation that we've gotten that this is actually happening. It's been since Monday that we've seen these somewhat rumors circulating online, multiple news organizations, including NBC and CNN, kind of leaking that some of their sources say this might be happening, but we had no details on timing, how many, if it's even real, and multiple of our local leaders, including Governor Stein, had reached out to the White House and federal officials and not getting any response back. So this from Sheriff Gary McFadden is the first official confirmation that these troops, this Border Patrol deployment, is in fact coming to Charlotte. It says that he was contacted, I believe, by 2 separate Border Patrol agents in leadership, and this could happen as soon as this Saturday. So this is happening incredibly fast. It also means that, there is some communication happening between local law enforcement now and Border Patrol, which was another big concern, that this is potentially happening with not even just no communication to leadership like the governor or our state legislators or even city council, but our actual local law enforcement that is doing this work already, CMPD and the sheriff's office. There needs to be some collaboration, is kind of the consensus between everyone, whether you agree with this move politically or not. It would just become incredibly difficult to manage this operation on top of a jurisdiction that's already established. So this is, progress in getting information, but it's also still leaving us some questions of what does that collaboration look like? Have they reached out to Governor Stein yet? Has the mayor really been looped into this? So still a lot of questions left, but we know they're going to be answered relatively quickly because this is happening potentially on Saturday.
In collaboration to a point, because, the sheriff also mentioned in the letter, they don't have any clue as far as operations. And I don't think we expect the sheriff's office to, even if they knew what those plans were, to disclose those plans, but they're not even looped into those plans right now.
We're not sure if those plans exist at this point. I did just get off of a Zoom with one of the senators in the local area, Senator Caleb Theodros, and we were on the Zoom before we got this official confirmation, but I said, even if we do get that today, because we kind of had an inkling that that the sheriff's office would be making some sort of statement today with an update. I said, why do you think they chose Charlotte? It can't just be because it's a blue city. Most cities are Democrat leaning to some degree. Why Charlotte? And he said there was multiple reasons. Of course, this is a politically interesting state. You've covered it in Raleigh. We've got a very red legislature, but also a blue governor. We voted for Trump.
Very purple here.
Very purple, right. But even within the cabinets, some are very red and some are very blue. So it's kind of an odd dynamic here, Charlotte being the biggest blue dot in this purple state. But on top of that, we are the only state that does not have a state budget. So all of this, talk about what can we do to bolster our law enforcement here. What are the problems that we need to address in the judicial system, in the law enforcement level? What do we need to do? We can't fix any of that without money. And right now, Republicans and Democrats, and really more so the House and the Senate, cannot come to an agreement on what that budget looks like. We are months past when we were supposed to have that done. Any increase to law enforcement salary, to increase in assistant DAs, which we know we need in Mecklenburg County. We are short, to more clerks. All these things that help the criminal justice process move more smoothly, we cannot address until we get a state budget. And so that was his argument too, that this is not just because Charlotte's blue, but it's also, and he said, of course, he's a Democrat, so he said this is political theater, but that kind of puts pressure on it, the fact that we at the legislature, at the General Assembly, have not addressed any of these issues on our own.
Yeah, and we're in month 11 of the year, and we still. And granted, fiscal year starts on different timing, but we still don't have a state budget. I didn't think about that connection, and it's always been floating out there. We've covered that. No state budget. A lot to unpack here, Julie. I know you're busy. When can folks catch your story? Because I know there are a lot of developments. They're coming in fast. When can folks catch you?
I'll be in every show. 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6.
Just to peel back the
I will
curtain,
be there all the time.
I was trying to check and see because I imagine Stein would be saying something.
We're
Yeah.
waiting.
We're waiting.
Yeah.
I keep refreshing his
Yeah.
X page to
Yeah,
see if
yeah.
a statement's there. It's not there yet,
Yeah.
but we'll bring it to you here if it comes in
Sure.
during we're streaming. I imagine
Yeah.
he usually responds to things pretty swiftly.
Yeah.
So
A lot of layers here, though, for him
Yeah.
to unpack. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
we'll see.
Wonder also if Cooper, former Governor Roy
Yeah.
Cooper, who's running for Senate, if he was saying again, I guess we're expected to hear from just about everybody on this
Yeah.
at some point, both sides of the aisle. Julie, I'll let you get back to work. 'Cause
Thank
you.
you.
You got a lot
Got
on
a
your
couple things
plate.
left to do.
Julie, thank you for that update.